Hello everyone and welcome back to another tip of the month. In this session, we're going to see how to insert drill holes in 3D between two surfaces and how we can also insert a report that defines the data stored in each one of these drill holes. So first, before using the drill and blast surface module, you're going to want to make sure to have your two surfaces in the drawing, or at least know the elevation of these two surfaces. And one quick and easy way to build your surfaces is to import your survey points like this, and then go to modeling and use the surfaces module here to construct a surface using the triangulate option. So once we have both of our surfaces, we're gonna go to engineering 2 and use the drill and blast surface module here. So we're going to make sure to be on plan view for a nice visualization here and click on insert many holes. Now we have a few things to do here. First is to select the pattern, whether we want it to be square or quincunx. In this case, I'm going to keep it to square. The burden, spacing and burden here, by default, they're 10, but you can change them later. The diameter of each hole here, we're going to set it to 8 inches. The block, so the way the drill hole will be visualized in the drawing will be a circle, but you can also choose between square or triangle. The size of the block of each hole here in the drawing will be 1 with no rotation. For the path, we're going to choose to insert both the center lines and the 3D holes as well. So this will allow us to really visualize the full holes in the drawing. For the layer, we're going to keep that on the layer holes here that we created before. Now for the targets, either you select a bench, so these are pre-configured in your options. Otherwise, you can select surface for your top for the collar, and for the bottom, we can also select surface to select them directly from the drawing. And then finally, for the annotation, you can basically configure how you want your holes to be annotated here. So you can have a prefix, and then for the burden, it would be, let's say, A, and for the spacing, it will be 1. So we have, let's say, burden A will contain A1, A2, A3, etc. So we're going to click OK, select the drilling limit. So in here, as you can see, we have a contour line in pink here. So if I click here, select it, and then I'm going to select the top surface and then the bottom surface. Now I'm going to go back to plan view, and now the system will ask us to pick the first hole. So I'm going to insert it right here, going in this direction, and then the burden will be in this direction here. So as you can see, the program essentially inserted all the drill holes for us, and you have multiple options here. Either you can move it, so if you want to adjust it a little bit to the left or right to fit it in a better way, or you can also change the spacing and burden. So by default, if you remember from the insert many commands here, they were both 10, so we can change them. Or we can also rotate this. So you have multiple options to adjust the way or the pattern of your drill holes. So once they're good to go, you're going to click on Go, and essentially the program will proceed by inserting the 3D holes along with the annotations in the drawing. So it basically starts from here, A1, A2, A3. So this is our spacing, and the burden goes A, B, C, D, etc. And if we rotate the drawing here, we can see that we have the 3D holes also inserted. And each one of these drill holes are 8 inches, and they each have a polyline or a center line defining the center of the drill hole. Once we have that, we can proceed to insert our drilling report. All right, so from the options here, you can define your drilling and blasting reports. So if we click on drilling, we can adjust what we want to see in the report here by simply using the arrow to insert or the back arrow to remove from the report. So as you can see here, we have many options. So for example, let's insert the collar in meters. Okay, so we're gonna put that a little bit here. So we're gonna just keep it before the diameter option. And you have many other options as well for the drilling, and for the blasting as well, you have many options. So once you configure what you want to see in the report, you're gonna click on Insert Report, Drilling, okay. And now we wanna, let's say, see the report for this part of the drill holes. So let's say that this is the first section that you will blast or that you will drill. So you can configure a report only for this section of the pattern. Then the system will essentially ask you to split the report, yes or no. And what this means is that, let's say you have 1,000 drill holes and you select all of them to insert a report for. So you might wait quite a few times to see the final report with your 1,000 drill holes. When splitting the report means that at every 10% of the drill holes, the system will insert a report, and the system will then go to the next section, insert the report, and then next, insert, etc. So in this case, since we're not, choosing a lot of drill holes, we're only inserting a section here. So we're just going to click no, so that we only have one report in this case. So once the report is inserted, you're going to be able to insert it anywhere in the drawing. And as you can see here, we have details for each drill hole. So we have the east, north, elevation, length, color, and diameter. So in this case here, since we didn't have a specific elevation defined for the color, so it's basically empty here. But we have other information for that drill hole. So let's say here, the length depends on the exact elevation of each point on the surface. So as you can see here, because both surfaces are not exactly flat, so it really depends on where the drill hole is. With this, we conclude our tip of the month. Thank you for watching.